Hi, in this video, I will show you how to uh, create and send article using the news integration system. Okay, first you have to connect to the system. Let's go news.nsp.com.my, go to I4 planning, and then enter your username and password. So the first step is if you want to create an article, just go to assignment and articles. Click that. You will see this menu, North Reporter, North Stringer, and so on. Okay, and this is the navigator. Create the link to new article, which is down here. New article. So the first thing to do is to select the folder. For the first time user, you will see your folder, your zone folder, whether you are from North, South, East, or SSB. Make sure you click the plus sign, right? Once you click the plus sign, which is here, you will see all these folder, reporters, editors, to KL, and Stringer. For example, if you are a reporter, you make sure you select the reporters folder. If you are a stringer, then select stringer. Okay, I will stick to the reporters folder. Name. Name is the slug of your article. Depending on where you're coming from, you probably have some coding to your slug. For example, I will do Alostar, ASD. Right, this is your slug. Title. Title is um, the heading of your story. For example, I will put the title here. Categories. Categories is very important because it once you select the categories, this is where your stories, when you send, it will be sent to. Okay, for example, if you are from North, make sure you select North. This category will be used by the news editor in Kuala Lumpur to filter out all the North stories. So please make sure you enter the categories. So there is several categories here. Central is meant for Putrajaya and Shah Alam. East is meant for Kota Baru, Kuala Terengganu, and Kuantan. MNS is Melaka Negeri Sembilan. North is meant for Kanga, Alostar, Penang, Perai, and Ipoh. South is for Johor Bahru, and SSB is for Sabah and Sarawak. So just make sure you select North. Keyword is something like your hashtag. Okay, for example, this story is about flood, banjir. Banjir. Okay, so each keywords you can separate out each keyword with a comma, with or without spacing. Once you have done that, then just click next. The first thing to do is you can now you can start typing in your stories. But before that, let me explain some of the information that is available on the screen. This is your save button. So as you type, if you want to save, you can just click save, right? At the bottom here, it will be some information about the story or article. The slug or the folder of the story is in North, reporters folder, and this is the slug of the stories. Okay, you also have the number of characters, number and word, and so on. For those of you who are not comfortable typing directly using I4, you can always use Notepad and then copy paste in I4 as what I do now. So I have a text in Notepad, which I will just copy and then paste it here, right? So your story will be pasted here. The format of the story will be the same as what you do now. You start with the heading, your byline, and then your email, followed by a story, and so on. Okay, so you can save this, and once you are done with the story, you just click next. So your story is done. Story is created in reporters folder, and it will be displayed here. If you click North Reporter, you will see the slug here. It will explain that, tell that the story is this, and then the slug is this. In my case, I didn't put a correct category for this story, so it will not be displayed here. Okay, so for those bureau chief, if you see that it's a slug without a proper category, then something is wrong to the slug. So just get the reporters to recreate back the story. Okay, so again, quickly I will create another slug. The folder is correct. That is there. Let's be okay. I will select South, keyword, and so on. Click next, type in my stories, and then save it, and then click next. Okay, so if I click North Reporter, so I will see the category there. So it means that my story is now complete. If you need to edit the story again, use this drop-down menu, click here, then you will see several options. This is where you can edit the story again. All right. So the next step, once you have done with the story, you need to send it to the editor's folder or to bureau chief. So if you have created your story in reporters folder or the stringer, the next step is to send it to the bureau chief. Okay, to send to bureau chief, just do this, drop down, click send to, right? Click send to, and then choose the folder. Story is created in reporters. So to send to bureau chief, send to editor. Okay, click send to editor. Make sure the folder is selected. You can leave this option blank for notes, then just click next. So now the story is sent from the reporters folder to the editors folder. To check whether the story is in the editors folder, just click North Editor. Right? So this is the story. Now it resides in the editors folder. So the next step is for the editors to check the stories and then send the stories to KL. Right? That's all for now.